The next part of our class was we're going to be building a build box. So this is going to be something that you could get additional supplies for your classroom and have a couple of these for your class. We are going to be supplying enough to you so that you can build 2 build boxes and 2 investigation boxes for you to add to, of course, based on your particular content and how you choose to teach your class. So the purpose of this particular build box was just for you to have some supplies in it if you wanted to have kind of like a corner where students could be able to go over, grab a box and say, all right, we're going to get ready to build this thing for our next investigation. And here's some of the supplies for them to be able to do that and to keep them organized. Because, let's be honest, middle schoolers, organization, they need help. Truth be told, some science teachers do that too. So we're going to start off with this box. The convenient thing about this, we got kind of a tray. You can put a lot of the smaller items in this, or any of the little components that you might want to use. So in my personal one, I would probably put some screws and some small rolls of tape. Things like that would go very, very well there. Down inside the depth of the box, you will all be getting a much smaller version of a safety cutter than this. I just didn't want them to kind of vanish on camera, so we're just going to be kind of demonstrating with a larger safety cutter. If just putting this in the box is not going to be the best bet, of course you'll know your students and the best way to serve them. I have before kept all of my safety cutters in a separate box locked in my desk, and then just brought them out for activities. Of course, you know your students better than I do. May go in the box, may not, up to you. So, I'm going to go in the box. Then, of course, you all will be getting a couple of the hot glue guns with the glue sticks. I do want to go ahead and warn you, these are not the super high temp. I have had personal experience where I was assisting a student doing some hot gluing on a project and kind of jacked up my finger, ended up in the hospital with some other stuff. Fun story, if you want to talk to me about it later, let's chat on that Zoom call. But what I do want you to say is be cautious. Not just you, but also your students. I was saying, make sure going through the entire thing with the students, keep your hands away from all of this. I should have thought to myself that this particular student, who was in the principal's office 2 to 3 times a day anyways for other teachers, loved my class because we got to build and do things. He was having a bad day. It was probably just a day he shouldn't have been working with the glue stick. We live and we learn, right? So anyways, glue stick. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out just to save space. And then I'm going to put the supplies up in the top, just organization. Safety goggles, drop those in. Got to make sure that our students are safe. You are all getting a massive thing of pipe cleaners, or Chantel stems, if you prefer to call them that. My recommendation is just take a couple of each of the colors, stick them down inside. Elsewise, this is all that's going to fit inside your box, and that would be nonsense. And then you're going to get a container of mason line. Mason line is fantastic, particularly think about 7th grade. We're doing boxes out for our ecology system, so whenever we're going to do something where we need to say, okay, this square, this is how it's changed, and here's our observations. 8th grade, yeah, this is definitely going to be used for firing rockets across the classroom using little rockets. Great fun. 6th grade, simple machines. I mean, this is a build box. Make it your own. We're supplying a couple of the things that we would have used if we would have been in person for that. Same kind of thing with the Connects. Connects isn't going to fit in here, but conveniently it already has its own box, so it's a win-win. When we take all of this, this is just something I wanted for you all to have so that it's easier to pick up, carry, use however you feel fit, and it gets you a start, and that's really what this is.